Are you wanting to start an airsoft channel and you just don't know where to start? Maybe you already have an existing channel. If you watch this video, I'll give you some pointers on things that I've learned in just the short 6 months that I've had my channel. And I'm going to share with you guys what I use to color grade all of my videos to take it from this, as you can see right here, back to this. Let's get into it. Number one is going to be your YouTube banner. Your YouTube banner is probably one of the most important parts of your channel, because when a viewer clicks on a video of yours and then decides to go to your channel to check it out, they're going to see your banner. That's the first thing that's going to pop up. That's your very top picture of your YouTube channel. You want it to be centered around your niche, or whatever your niche is, which in my case is airsoft. So when people click on my channel, my banner right here is what pops up. And it clearly states what my channel is and what it's about. Next would be your profile picture. Your profile picture is that circle on the left-hand corner of your page, and that indicates and shows up on all of the comments you make on other people's videos. It's your stamp, basically. It's your identity stamp. You want it to be clear. You want it to be high definition. You want it to be noticeable so that people can visually tell. Since it's smaller, people can visually tell what your profile picture is. And in my case, it's the Ops and Giggles logo, and it's what my patches are, so people know right away what it is. Next is your channel name. That is something you want your viewers to be able to remember easily. When they see your channel name, which shows up on when you make a comment on other people's stuff or whatever, or their videos, that channel name, you want it to be easy for people to remember in the future. So if they see your name, my name, Ops and Giggles, I feel Ops and Giggles is something that's memorable, something that people remember. Say another week or two down the road, when I post another video, Ops and Giggles comes up, they'll remember, oh, I seen that last week or a couple weeks ago. That's something you want easily for people to remember. Next would be your YouTube handle. That goes along with your YouTube name, so to speak. You want it to match as close as possible to your YouTube name. Mine is Ops and Giggles also, but instead of the and symbol, it's the letter N. It wouldn't let me do the and, so I had to do the N, but still Ops and Giggles is my handle. Next, your description. That's important for the YouTube algorithm, the SEO part of YouTube, to know what your channel is about. In my case, my description, I've changed it 2 or 3 different times, and you can change it as many times as you want, but as my channel has progressed, now, like I said, it's 6 months old, I have changed my description depending on my desires for the future of my channel. I recently just changed it a few days ago with some new content that I plan on doing, and a new sniper rifle, the SSG-10, that I acquired from a guy. So I changed up my description a little bit. But like I said, you want it to be SEO friendly so that YouTube's algorithm can pick up also what your channel's about. Next is something that's not required, but I feel is important. It's your channel trailer. And what that is if non-subscribers come to your page, the first video that pops up and automatically starts playing for them is their channel trailer for non-subscribers. You can also set a channel trailer for subscribers, and you do this in the desktop version of your studio. And in my case, my channel trailer is losing weight, getting into airsoft, getting healthy again, and starting a YouTube channel. It's basically my cinematic version of my story. But I have that set for my non-subscribers and my subscribers. So that, I feel, is very important for your channel. Next is something that I didn't focus on right away. When you're putting out your first few videos, it's probably not that important, but I've started to try to make my thumbnails stand out. And that is by putting my logo in the bottom left-hand corner of my thumbnail. So when people see a video of mine out in the wild, so to speak, they'll see that little logo. That logo will train their brain to say, hey, that's an Ops and Giggles thumbnail. And if they like me, if they like my content, they'll automatically click on it with the help of the thumbnail, of course. But they'll know it's an Ops and Giggles thumbnail. Next is your watermark logo. It's on the bottom right-hand corner of your video as it's playing. As your viewer is watching your video, it's called a watermark logo. It's basically a call to action, but it's an easy way for the viewer to click on that logo and automatically subscribe without them having to go elsewhere to subscribe. It's easy. If someone likes your content, they can, as they're watching the video, they can literally click on that little watermark logo and subscribe. And as promised in the beginning of the video, I showed you how my video that I'm filming right now went from this, as you can see, very plain, to this. And I use CapCut Mobile for all of my editing, which is crazy. A lot of people are like, what? You use CapCut Mobile? You don't even use desktop version? No, I don't. I have a laptop at home, but it's not capable of running the desktop version software. So all of my videos for 6 months, all 100 of my videos, 101, has all been done by CapCut Mobile, which is crazy. It doesn't have quite the options that the desktop versions have, but as you can see in my video how I color graded it to get to what you're looking at right now, it's substantial enough where I'm not too worried about it. In the future, I'll get a laptop that can power the desktop versions. I might even switch software, but right now I'm using CapCut Mobile for all of my editing and everything, all my sound effects, all my color grading, everything you could think of. And it's doing pretty good. Another tip I have for you is your sound quality. Your sound quality is extremely important. Get you a mic. Like in my case, I've got the DJI Mic 2. Basically, it drowns out all the sounds. I've got noise activation on, and it's drowning out any background sounds, my motor running, my tires on the pavement, and it just makes everything crisp so that it's more enjoyable for the viewer to watch and understand what you're saying. But that's all I have, guys. I just wanted to bring a few little things to you, and maybe this would help ramp up your channel if you haven't already, or if you desire to make your channel a little more professional. Have a good day.